Hello, good morning and or good afternoon. I'm here with Brightview Exteriors on Mr. Tang's roof here in McLean, Virginia, conducting an attempt to repair pliability test here on his roof. You guys can already see the shingle color. Unfortunately, the only thing I could find is this CertainTeed gray colored shingle. I was unable to find something relatively close and as dark as this color. This was the closest fit around 100-mile radius from me. They didn't carry any other shingle except for this one. So today I'll be exchanging this wind damage shingle, as you can see, marked in the pink, with this brand new CertainTeed shingle. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here where this wind damage shingle is. As you can see, we have wind damage here at the top. This shingle creased over from the wind. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start, see where the shingle starts and ends, and mark it with green colored chalk. So I'm going to start here on the left side. The shingle does not start here. Shingle does not start there. The shingle starts here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it with my green chalk. It kind of looks more white than green. Then I'm going to take this one here on the right. I'm going to go to the next row above. Let me just make sure the angle's good. Just from me sticking my bar up underneath of this shingle, we can already see some shingle is starting, or some granules are starting to come loose. So you can see, just gently brushing them. So now I'm going to mark where the shingle ends. The shingle ends right here. So now that all my shingles, or all my tabs have been loosened, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my area of repair. So since the shingle starts here and ends here, I'm going to mark a big square like this. And this will be my area of repair. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark small little numbers on these tabs so you guys can see them in numberized order. So I'm going to start from here, from the left. I'm going to mark this left one as tab number 1. I'm going to mark this next one as tab number 2. I'm going to mark this one as tab number 3. I'm going to mark this one as tab number 4. We're going to go to the next row above. This is going to be tab number 5. It's going to be tab number 6. It's going to be tab number 7. Okay, so from there, I'm just going to X out all of these shingles outside of my area of repair. And here we go. So as you can see, I have everything numbered off and marked off. Just from me manipulating the shingle with the bar, you can see granules have already started to come loose where the glue strip is, right up underneath of it. That's where this crease line is. So when I come in with my flat bar, it almost lifts up the shingle like this. When it glides across it, you can see lots of granule loss here on these shingles just from that small little bit of manipulation. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to remove the first row of nails. I don't like using my flat bar to remove the nails. I have this claw that I'm gonna use instead. So I'm gonna start here in numerical order. I'm gonna go on number 1. So this is tab number 1 right here. Unfortunately, I want you guys to be able to see this. I'm not lifting the shingle more than 45 degrees. This is actually less than what I will lift to nail it. But as you can see, that nail is really deeply embedded in that shingle. So what I'm gonna have to use is my claw like that, and use my hammer to tap it and get up underneath of that nail. So set you guys back down. So first things first, this tab number 1, I'm gonna grab my claw. I'm gonna put it up underneath of this first nail. I'm gonna give it a couple love taps. I'm not being too aggressive with it, just enough to get my claws up underneath of that nail. So this is nail number 1. I'm gonna go right here with nail number 2. Actually, I was not supposed to remove that nail, but it's okay. So this is the actual nail number 1. As you can see, there's a lot of granules jumping off of this shingle just from me hammering on it to remove these nails. So I'm gonna go on this tab number 2. I'm gonna show you guys this nail right here. So tab number 2, we have some mat transferring here on the shingle, and right there, dead center in the middle, you can see this nail right there. So we have some mat transferring on the corners, very slight mat transfer, nothing of a lot of concern. So I can also tell that this glue strip on the shingle is extremely old, so we might not be able to get it to re-adhere to the roof. So this is nail number 2 on tab number 2. Here underneath the tab number 3, there's actually 2 nails. I don't know why, but side by side there's 2 nails. And as you can see, yet again, these nails are deeply embedded in that shingle. Got a little bit of mat transferring right here. A little bit of mat transferring up here. I'm not lifting the shingle up past where I would to nail it. So tab number 3, those 2 nails. I'm gonna start with nail number 1 on tab number 3. So this is nail number 1 right here. Put it in my pouch. Now I'm gonna go nail number 2 on tab number 3. So this is nail number 2. Now I'm gonna go to tab number 4. Tab number 4 has 1 nail, and yet again, so you guys can see, this nail is really deeply embedded in that shingle. I'm gonna see if I can get it out with the claw. If not, I'm gonna have to go up from underneath of it. So here we go. Let's see, can I do it? There we go, easy peasy. So there we go, that is all 5 nails on this bottom row. Now I'm gonna go to the next row above. I'm gonna start here on tab number 7. Let me make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing. Yep, you can. So I'm gonna go right here on tab number 7. I'm gonna go on tab number 6 right here. Yet again, all of these are really deeply embedded. There we go. That's the nail on tab number 6. And the last one It's gonna be tab number 5. Tab number 5 is 2 nails. Okay, so now all my nails have been removed. I'm gonna put my claw away and my hammer away, and I'm going to remove this old shingle. Here we go. As you can see, this is my wind damage tab right here on this shingle. And you can see kind of the spots where these nails were. I mean, these things were really driven into this shingle. I'm not seeing a lot of matte transferring on this one, but I am seeing tons and tons of granule loss. So I'm gonna take my shingle that somewhat matches, not really. Unfortunately, these shingles, these 3-tab shingles, are getting really hard to find in a lot of places, in a lot of states. Supply centers don't carry them anymore due to these types of roofs not being installed as much now. So they only carry just certain colors, like one type of gray, one type of black, one type of brown, and that's about it. I can't find any tans, I can't find greens, I can't find most of the different shades of gray. And like I said, within a 100-mile radius of here in McLean, Virginia, I was not able to find a single shingle that matches this one. This isn't black and it isn't really that light of a gray. It's a pretty heavy color, so it's not that common. Now what I'm gonna do, sorry for the little brief message, but I'm gonna start to nail the shingle back in. So I'm gonna start again from tab number 1. Let me make sure you guys have a good angle for. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here by tab number 1. I'm gonna take my first nail. These nails aren't rusty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reuse them. I want you guys to see that this is how much I have to lift up to be able to nail this shingle back in place. Not even just this, I have to go a little bit higher just so I don't strike the shingle above it. So that's that nail that I wrongfully removed. Now I'm gonna start with my nail number 1. I'm not lifting up higher than I have to properly nail. That is nail number 1 on tab number 1. So I'm gonna go over here. Nail number 2 is gonna go under tab number 2. Yet again, this is how high I have to lift up to nail. A little bit more, a little bit higher than that actually. Let me not use that nail, it's a little bit long. We're gonna use this one instead. Tap it in a couple of times, lift up my shingle. There we go. So that's nail number 2 on tab number 2. Now I'm gonna go over here to tab number 3. This is my 3rd nail. Yet again, I'm not lifting up higher than what I need to in order to nail this properly. So that is my 3rd nail. Grab a couple more. So tab number 4 is gonna be my 4th nail. Here we go. I'm not lifting up higher than what I need to in order to nail this shingle in place. There you go, that's tab number 4 with our 4th nail. Now I'm gonna go up to the next row above. Excuse me. So here we go, tab number 5, there's 2 nails. I'm not lifting up any higher than what I need to nail it. There we go. I'm gonna go right there. So now I'm gonna go to the next row, or the next tab over. So that's my 2 nails under tab number 5, which make a total of 6 nails. Now I'm gonna go on tab number 6. I'm gonna install 1 nail under tab number 6. There we go. I'm not lifting up any higher than what I need to in order to nail it. I'm gonna keep on repeating that. Okay, so as you've seen, I have nailed all of my nails back in. My new shingle is secured. Here we go. As you can see, it's secured back in place. And just from that small singular tab or singular shingle, you can see all of these areas of granule loss. So what we'll do, just to test it, we'll pick a random area here in the roof. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna highlight 1 shingle. Well, 3 tabs worth would be 1 shingle. I don't know if that's actually 1 shingle or not. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna label it test. So this is my test area right here. No, it's nothing too crazy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little paintbrush that I just bought this morning, and I'm gonna swipe on this here tab so you guys can see that there is no granules coming loose. I can go super hard with my finger and there is no granules coming loose. So this is my test square. Now I'm gonna take it to my area where I just did this repair. And as you can see, just here at the bottom, all of this is all granule loss. Like, this is a pretty good pile of just granules. I'm gonna go to this next tab over. Look at this. Wow. It's kind of crazy. This is one of the more granular shingles that I've done. All of this is granule loss. Now if I go into the tab, I don't know how much there's going to be left on there that is loose because I just hammered on the roof, but we'll just test it out. We'll go to this next one. I'm going gentle too. I'm not trying to over exaggerate anything on this one. So as you can see, there is significant damage to this shingle. And if I take you guys over here to the other side of the roof, so we're gonna go over here to this other side of the roof where repair was done previously. This is not my repair. This was done by somebody else. But you can see in this area where all of these repairs were done, you can see tons. Whoosh. It's a little bit of granule loss. But you can see tons of damage to these shingles right here. And you can see it's not really adhered that well. I'm sure they used something to adhere it. As you can see right here, some sort of sealant. But this is an absolute failed repair. You can see all of this. This shingle is not gonna have the UV protection that it needs in order for it not to crack, since it no longer has those granules. Those granules, of course, are for color and also to protect the roof from the sun and drying out that asphalt base. So here you can see the same thing. We have tons of just wear from where this roof's been repaired over and over again. You can see this one right here. This isn't a wind damaged shingle. This is a shingle that actually creased because they were putting nails up under here to nail this one down here. So this is a fresh shingle. This is a newer one. And then this is our older one. And you can see right there, tons of damage in the area where the repairs were done previously. Here you can see the same thing. This tab got replaced years ago. That's what the homeowner said. And you can see tons of granule loss and creasing and cracking in these shingles above this repair. So we'll take it back over to the side that I was doing it on. And like I said, so you're seeing similar things here. This side, the shingle is a little bit stiffer since it is, if I'm not incorrect, the north facing side. Here you can see, since it is a little bit stiffer, it is more prone to more granule loss and more cracking in these shingles. So here you can see now what I'm going to do, just for the sake of documentation, I am going to X out all of the shingles that failed. So this number 1 shingle is a fail. I'm going to put a little F. This number 2 is a fail. I'm going to put a little F for a fail. I'm going to put an F for a fail. This number 4 is an F for a fail. It's number 5, F for a fail. Literally every single shingle that got manipulated lost granules, and that is considered a failure to repair. Like, as you can see right here, that does not pass. This will eventually in turn create more problems because this shingle will not have the same UV protection that it had before. Now, with the glue strip situation, these glue strips are a lot older compared to my fresh one that I just installed. These shingles on this row will re-adhere to this brand new shingle, but my brand new shingle will not be able to re-adhere to the old glue strip under it. And the shingle on top of this one, this shingle, this top row that got manipulated, will not be able to re-adhere to this due to the glue strip being broken. These shingles will forever fly in the wind. So in total, 7 out of the 7 shingles failed for granule loss. Only one of them had matte transfer. Pretty sure it was this number 1, if I'm not incorrect. Yeah, it's number 1 shingle right there. Had some matte transfer. So I'm gonna put here ATR. Put ATR fail, and then I'm gonna put 7 out of the 7 equal fail. Then I'm gonna put 7 out of the 7. I'm gonna put a G and an L for granule loss, and then 1 out of 7 equal matte transfer. So I'm gonna put an M and a T right there. So in turn, this is my attempt to repair pliability test done here on Mr. Tang's roof. This is just a crazy amount of granule loss. Like I said, I mean, you can have a good look at this pile right here. That's a lot of granules. But here we go. Run you through them again one more time.